Hi guys, so I had somebody ask me to make a video on the new source of supply and a little bit about how that works. So know this, the new source of supply, if you are aware of them, then that means that the narcissist has been grooming that person for quite some time. Quite a bit longer than you had any idea of. They've been in a relationship with them probably for quite some time. Are they, is this new source of supply better than you in some way? And the answer is no, they're not. You have to think of it this way. They're different than you for sure, because the narcissist, they get bored very easily. They get bored with anyone because all of their relationships are surface and shallow. So because they're not curious about the internal life, or they have no curiosity about the person's internal existence, and because they are so self-centered, they can't see you as separate than them. They don't ask you questions about you. They don't find out about who you are, and they look at people as objects. So if you're looking at people as objects, it's like, it's like a milkshake. Like, you're going to get bored with your chocolate milkshake and you want to try strawberry. I mean, they don't really look at people as humans. They don't bond or fall in love with people. So there's no real connection there. So it's very, the relationships, again, they're all surfaced and shallow. And, they get bored, they need a new source. So is a new source better than you? Absolutely not. They're just different. They're a shiny new toy. The narcissist is going to get bored with that person too, just like they do with everyone. Excuse me. The narcissist supply, they have no idea that this person is a narcissist. They have no idea. They are buying into the mask, right? And the narcissist needs people to buy into the facade. So you might have been onto them. You might have been asking for reciprocity in the relationship, for honesty, for integrity, or maybe to have your needs met. And you don't get to do that. How dare you ask for your needs to be met? So this person is, they're not in the know. They don't realize that they're with a narcissist. They have no idea. So the narcissist needs people to buy into this facade. The narcissist is definitely love bombing, and they're trying to hook this person, but eventually, it's going to be the same relationship pattern. The love bombing, devaluation, and discard. This is their lifelong pattern. They do this over and over again, like Groundhog Day, whether it's every 10 years, every 2 years, every 1 year, every 20 years, it doesn't matter. Idealization, devaluation, discard. This is their lifelong pattern. And the new source only sees the fake mask of the narcissist. Even if they've known the narcissist for 10 years in the context of work environment, they're only seeing the mask. The narcissist is not changing. They do not change for the new source of supply. They will modify their mask to best fit that new source of supply and to pretend to be that person's dream partner, but it's all a facade. They don't really have any fundamental change. They have no intention of changing in any real way for anyone. They don't do any self-reflection or introspection. They don't think there's anything wrong with them. So if you don't think there's anything wrong with you, why would you change? And, in order for them to change, it's going to take some kind of therapy that's like incredibly intense. And so, the surefire way to know if the narcissist hasn't done any changing is they're in another relationship. You can't just do overlap and get into a new relationship without going to therapy or taking a break or doing some seriously therapeutic work to break down those narcissistic defense mechanisms that they have, like protecting themselves. And some people ask, well, is the new source of supply, do they really love them, or are they a better fit, or are they going to fix the narcissist? Absolutely not. The new source of supply cannot fix that broken toy that's the narcissist. They are broken, and no, the new source cannot fix them any more than you could. Try not to be envious or jealous. This person is screwed. They have no idea what you know. They are in for it. It's the same thing. The idealization, devaluation, discard, they're going to cheat, they're going to lie, they're going to gaslight, they're going to manipulate, all of that. And, usually narcissists actually have good taste. They usually pick pretty good quality sources of supply. So this person probably has all sorts of great qualities, they do, but they don't know what they're in for, and they don't know that the narcissist is going to slowly erode their sense of self, their sense of security, and break them down over time. That's what's going to happen, and so that person's screwed. Again, sorry, I have these horrible allergies. But the narcissist is going to play their same games, their same gaslighting, all of it's going to happen. And the thing is the new source of supply is worshiping them, right? Especially if the new source of supply feels that they're less than the narcissist, like they're not as good looking, they're not as good at their job, or whatever it is, they're worshiping them. And the thing is the narcissist loves that. They love that validation because they're not in things for love. Narcissists do not feel, it's not love. They want admiration and validation. And if they marry the new source of supply, it's purely transactional. They're marrying for money or status or because that person makes them look good. It is not for love. So no, do they love them and they didn't love you? No, they don't love you. They don't love them. They didn't love their old sources. There's no real bonding there. What is the narcissist telling the new source? Well, they're telling them that you're crazy, that you're unstable, that you're mentally ill, that you're jealous, that you're envious. And this will they really want to make the new source of supply feel special, but also like shit at the same time. So when they're telling the new source of supply that you want them back, or you're super jealous, or you really, you're going crazy because you're losing them, that makes the new source feel flattered and feel special. And that is the narcissist using triangulation. Like when that happened, I'm sure that happened in my case, I just had no idea that there was another source of supply. I thought I was fighting for a normal marriage that had been going on for 10 years, a relationship. I had no idea that there was triangulation going on. So I would never have been fighting for the narcissist had I known that they were having an affair. But I was being used as a pawn for the triangulation. And the new source feels better than you. The narcissist makes them feel like they're better than you for whatever reason. They're going to start insulting whatever it is that the narcissist is been using a smear campaign to insult you. They're going to do that, and they're going to make the new source of supply think that you're batshit, right? But the sad thing is that they are going to do the same thing to that new source in 5 or 10 years or whenever they're done with them. They're going to do the same thing. Narcissists love to create jealousy. They love triangulation. And again, they're probably going to tell the new source that you want them back. Again, that's to make the new source feel special and to feel like they won the lottery, right? They did not win the lottery. They got the booby prize. They just don't know it. And this is also all about the hook. They want to hook that new source in. And they do that with the love bombing. And the narcissist will tell everyone that you are the liar, you're the cheater, you're the financial abuser, all the things that the narcissist did to you. That's what they're going to tell everyone about you. A smear campaign. And this has probably been going on, could have been for years, and you had no idea. The new source is not going to be treated better than you. Yes, during the love bombing, yes, they're getting that love bombing. It's still a degraded source than what you had originally. The new source is getting worse. Worse degraded source than you. But again, they are getting the love bombing. But long term, after the love bombing is over, absolutely not. They're not going to be treated any better than you. And the narcissist, remember, sometimes they're going to re-idolize a new source of supply, the old source, especially if the old source did not create a horrible narcissistic injury. And how they do this is because, again, the narcissist can never be wrong. They discarded you or the old source because they got bored. You stopped dumping money into them. You lost your confidence. You started to be affected by their manipulation, and it hurt your self-esteem. They have to change the narrative, and they will if they're going to go back and to the old source of supply, then they're going to need to re-idealize that old source. So, or sometimes they'll be like, oh, they really need my help. they really need my help. I'm going to go back to them. I'm going to help them. And remember this, that even negative supply is supply. So, the narcissist never wants to let people go. So they're going to go back. They're going to try to get in with the, old sources if they can. Narcissists absolutely need empaths. They need them for emotional supply. They feed off your emotion, right? It's food for them. And if you don't give, if you want to like starve a narcissist out, don't give them any emotional response. Be very boring. Just be boring. Just be flat. Be gray rock. And if you're the empath and you're addicted to a narcissist, you've got to break that dopamine addiction. And you can do that by like flatness, no emotion, gray rock, go no contact, get away, start focusing on your own life. Do not romanticize the narcissist. Don't listen to their promises of changing or going to therapy or everything's going to be better. They're full of it. They are not going to change. There's nothing good that's going to come out of it. They will not change. And their goal, the narcissist's goal is to always to feel good. And they absolutely require external validation to feel good. They need supply. They need old supply. They need new supply. They need supply to feel good because they do not have an ability to regulate their inner self. They can't self-regulate. They cannot regulate their own emotions. So they require outside sources to feel really anything. So let's see if I covered everything. Yeah. So here's, definitely if you're looking and if you feel jealous, which is also very normal, especially if you didn't even know you were with a narcissist, it's normal to find out that you're, somebody you were married to for 10 years or in a relationship for 20 years was cheating on you and lying to you and they've discarded you or they slipped right into another relationship right away. It's normal to feel jealous. It's normal to feel all of those human emotions. That's okay. You're a human. But the thing that I would encourage you is try to look at it sort of objectively and realize that, you are the lucky one. You got away. You are by far in a much better position if you got away from the narcissist and they're just starting that new source of supply is just starting this treacherous road with this duplicitous person. Like, you are the lucky one. You got away. Now it's your time to focus on you and to get that focus back on you and to find your passion and to find your hobbies and to find what, feeds your soul and to surround yourself with awesome people and just to really focus on self-care and figure out, if you love to write. If you love to paint. If you like going into the outdoors, go into the outdoors. Find your passions. Find other people that share your passions, that are kind and considerate and empathetic and awesome. Like surround yourself with like energy and love and vitality and figure out what it is that brings you joy. And the more you focus on what brings you joy and what brings you wellness and happiness and health, the less you're going to focus on the narcissist. I've got some awesome plans for some really great climbing trips, and I'm planning some, travel in the future and just some great adventures. And I've got to surround myself with all these people that I love to rock climb. So I've surrounded myself with all these people that are really pushing me to climb more and to lead more and to like do stuff that I was kind of stuck in a place of not feeling like I could, be as strong as I wanted to be. So I'm like climbing stronger than I've ever climbed before after getting out of, that relationship. Like I've really gotten to get into my passion and to develop, my business and develop this, this coaching practice. And I'm taking all these trauma courses and I'm just like, I'm really feeling like really thriving and I'm single. So I'm staying single and, I've dated here and there, but I'm not focused on trying to get, into another relationship. I'm more focused on trying to do radical self-care and get really happy. And I've become very picky about I know my value. I'm starting to really know my value. And I'm not just going to date some, schmuck. It's got to be somebody that's very, very, that deserves me because I'm great. And so the more you start doing things to feed your soul and loving yourself and, positive affirmations and meditation and yoga and, really, really getting down to what makes you happy and to finding your joy, then the less you're going to be interested in what those idiots are doing with their life, really, and I don't know if you've done this, but obviously you have got to stop looking at their social media or their source of supplies social media, and then, go no contact if you can, or gray rock if you have children with them. But really, the more you focus on where you're going and your future, the less you're going to be looking back on that toxicity that was in your past. And yeah, feel sorry for the new source. They are not lucky. They got the booby prize. So hope you guys are thriving and doing really well. And if you want private coaching, go to www.coachkat, send me a message, and I'll set up a coaching call with you. Thanks so much. Bye.